You're looking at an armadillo, and somehow he's the most important side character in this entire anime. His name is John. He doesn't talk, he doesn't fight, and barely makes a sound. But you'll understand why this silent, potato-shaped pet is so important. The anime he comes from is called The Vampire Dies in No Time, and John is anime's best side character, even if you've never heard about him. The Vampire Dies in No Time is a slapstick comedy anime that follows two completely dysfunctional idiots. Ronaldo, a vampire hunter who's constantly angry, and Draluk, a vampire who dies more than Kazuma from Konosuba. Draluk is rumored to be terrifying, but turns out he's the weakest vampire in existence. He dies from basically anything. A loud noise, a bump on the head, a sneeze, instant pile of ashes. Thankfully, he revives seconds later because he's immortal. Ronaldo comes to slay him, ends up blowing up his castle by an accident, and somehow Draluk moves in with him. What starts as a vampire versus hunter quickly becomes a chaotic roommate comedy, and in the middle of all this chaos is John. John is Draluk's pet armadillo. He doesn't speak, he barely squeaks, but somehow he's the most emotionally stable character in the entire cast. While Ronaldo is yelling and Draluk is dying, John is sweeping the floor, making tea, or just quietly keeping things together from collapsing. He's not a gag character, he's not overpowered, he's just a responsible armadillo. And that contrast is exactly why he works. John isn't just there to be cute, he's functional, he does stuff. He calms people down, does chores, rescues them from danger, and even helps advance the plot, all without saying a single word. And this isn't a one-time thing. The anime repeatedly leans on him as a stabilizing force. He's the emotional anchor in a world where every other character is completely unhinged. Take this scene, Ronaldo having a mental breakdown, Draluk in a pile of ashes, John in the background, casually drinking tea. No dialogue, no dramatic music. Just a pet armadillo, silently being the only adult in the room. That's comedy gold, and clever storytelling. But the best John moment? That has to be the kidnapping arc. There's a rumor that kids are being kidnapped. John is outside and Draluk, being the overdramatic queen he is, tries to check on him by phone. John drops the phone, makes a little noise, that's it. And Draluk immediately spirals into a full-blown panic. He calls Ronaldo, they both lose it, and the next thing you know, these two are tearing apart the city. Meanwhile, John is fine, just shopping for snacks. No clue that a citywide rescue mission is unfolding because two grown men are way too attached to an armadillo. And when John actually does get kidnapped later by a low-level vampire who thinks he's found a rare pet, the entire city goes in crisis mode. Police, SWAT, news reporters, full-blown national emergency. The kidnapper, he's confused out of his mind. Why is everyone losing it over this armadillo? Because John isn't just a pet, he's family. But I must show you the kidnapper's reaction because it's pure comedy gold.
Huh? It's only been about 2 minutes since I kidnapped Ronaldo's armadillo and they're already casting a huge net for him? Is this guy prime minister or something?
This is such a great comedy gold. The Vampire Dies in No Time is a gag anime. Slapstick, silly, random, but it still manages consistent world building and character relationships. There's a vampire control division, a lineup of vampire hunters with bizarre skills, and a rotating cast of vampires with the weirdest powers imaginable. But underneath all the absurdity, there's a structure. The show balances chaos with rhythm. Draluk's death gag never gets old because it's played with precision. Timing, repetition, subversion, and every bit of that rhythm is John. He's the one sweeping the ashes, cleaning up the mess, making sure the chaos resets. The cat has seen things. Without him, the gag falls apart. With him, they land every time. Ronaldo and Draluk start as enemies, but their relationship evolves in this strange buddy comedy dynamic. They argue, they fight, they annoy each other constantly, but they also protect each other. And John is the glue. He never picks sides, he never leaves, he's their silent, emotional support animal. He grounds them and by extension, grounds the audience. So why does John work so well? Firstly, he's consistent. He doesn't break character or tone. He's always John. Secondly, he's functional. He has a job in the story, even without dialogue. Thirdly, he's emotionally resonant. You like him, you trust him. He makes the story feel safe, no matter how wild it gets. He doesn't need a tragic backstory or epic powers. He just needs to be himself. That's smart writing. The anime's bright, colorful style matches its comedic tone perfectly. Action scenes are quick and exaggerated. And Raluk's death animations are hilarious, from ash piles to faceplants to dramatic bursts of dust. And John's deadpan reaction to all of it? That's half the punchline. The community picked up on this. In the show, John gets his own in-universe fan club. In real life, memes, fan art, plushies. He's beloved. Because when a side character is written with care, consistency and heart, they become unforgettable. The vampire dies in no time deserves more love. It's a ridiculous anime on the surface, but underneath the chaos is clever writing, great character dynamic, and one incredible armadillo. If you haven't seen it yet, give it a shot. It's short, it's smart, and trust me, by the end you'll wish you had a John in your life too. This Armadillo, he really is anime's best side character. If you enjoyed this video, I highly recommend you to watch this video next. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned, my friends.